You know what, guys? This thing's been sitting in the yard here for 2 months in a crate, and I've looked through the manual a couple times, and I told myself the whole time it was sitting here that when I put this together, I'm gonna video it, and I'm gonna resist the urge to just put it together like most men would do, and I'm gonna go by the book. Well, you want to know what I think of this book at this point? That's what I think of that book. Hey everybody, welcome back. Guess what day it is? It's assembly day. We are finally going to wrestle with this big hunk of steel and try to put this machine together today, partially anyway, Cindy and I. I don't have any strong helpers to help me, so I don't know how well this is going to go. Might not get hardly anything done today. I can't break my back doing it. There's some heavy parts here. But the first thing we have to do is this all has to come off. It's all still sitting on a pallet, so we got to try to slide all the pieces off this assembly here. And then I got to try to wiggle this thing somehow off the pallet or get a floor jack under it or something. So yeah, the fun begins. This should be pretty cool. Just getting this thing off the pallet may be a chore because it's some pretty heavy rigging here, and I wish I had a couple friends here today to help me muscle this thing, and I just don't. So we're gonna try the best we can here with what we have. Let's see what we can do. That's quite a valve body on it too. That's pretty neat. Or am I putting garbage here? Yep. I guess. Okay. They have that's another piece. This whole unit will lift off here. Man, just that is heavy. That's not light at all.
I tried to move the tire over there and
Yeah, these lines are all capped off, which is good. Garbage. That's pretty cool. There's a kill button right there to shut that thing off. Is that ever neat? Yeah. But this is all very heavy stuff. Very heavy pieces. First step is to put the wheels on it. That I've already read on the front. If they expect me to put the boom together and then put it on, I don't think that's even possible. I think we're going to do half of the boom. That's probably the way I'll do it. That's really weird. I thought that hole should be drilled out for this safety pin. It's not drilled. Wonder if that's a factory screw up right there. Well, there's a locking pin, right, for transport. Okay. This stuff, lay it somewhere over there. It's definitely not garbage, obviously, and that is. A big chunk of something. I'm not sure what that is yet. That's the receiver and the chains. It even comes with safety chains. And this is what they call a Red Rock mini excavator, sold through Princess Auto. 270cc machine. I think it's 9 horsepower is what it is. Nine horsepower. Just these cylinders are pretty beefy the way they build this thing, so it's pretty well put together. That's very cool. What is that? It is very cool. The gauge on the side. Okay. Whew. I've got to get it off this pallet before anything. Watch your toes. Because this boom has to go this way. It's not terribly heavy. It's not. This is going to be heavy. Holy shit, man. Yeah, this is a heavy chunk.
It's just gonna slide right down.
It's all right. There we go. That's going to be the easiest way to get it off, so slide it this way. But we're going to end up where I don't want to be.
Or we take one side at a time. Lift that off. Lift that off.
It's pretty heavy. I don't know which way to go with it. Move this cylinder. What a unit. I do think they forgot to drill that. There's supposed to be a pin in there. Or maybe it doesn't go down past that, but I would think it would grate into it. No, that's the oil tank, so it really can't be hollow. Yeah, better not drill a hole in there. Whoops, that's the oil tank. Be thinking I'll be modifying it, making it better. Drill right into the oil tank, that'd be smart. Oh boy. That's like down in there too.
Yeah, we gotta pick it over. Maybe we can take one side and pick the other.
Let me grab it by the engine mount plate.
Alright.
And just see. It's caught. Actually caught on that wood.
It is. Should we pop that piece of wood off?
Yeah. This is not going the way the best all of a sudden, or already right off the bat.
Well, you know what it is.
That's just sitting here.
You slid that way, we would put it there. So maybe if you slide it back, you can get it out of the hole.
Well, I got to slide it over and
That's what-
get the back out first.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's still in the hole, but not caught in the hole.
We're still going to end up, this is right in the way. Watch the nails, see if we can drag the pallet that way a bit. Oh, there, that's pretty easy. All right. Bring this over. Oh yeah. Light as a feather now. No weight to it at all. Great light.
I'm no help.
Yeah, well, not doing this kind of stuff. It's kind of hard. All right, here we go. Almost off the pallet. Well, not almost, but getting there. Yeah, you slide that out. Watch the nails in it. You see, there's all kinds of, you're going to get those right in your arm, the way you're holding that. Okay, perfect. Look at the nails. These are dangerous. We'll set it right here, just hang on. Well, the first step, guys, is putting the wheels on. This is in the way. This thing takes a lot of room. This has to be way over like this and lift it up, and that slid in, right? I'm going to tilt this up. Can you slide that in? If I lift this up? You gotta slide it in. Yeah. And a little more. Floor jack is what we're gonna need.
Yeah.
I'll get my floor jack. This will be a lot easier. Oh boy, this is heavy. We're just starting. Huh?
Let's drain the poop.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, hitch pin. And you put the cotter pin on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to get the floor jack through the other side. There's no way I'm lifting all that up. All right, we're going to do this with a floor jack instead of breaking my back. A 3-ton jack. Pretty sure this will lift it. Oh, it will, trust me. Just gotta lift it in the right place, that's all. Going right in under the frame here. That back there for now. That was light. Yeah, there's nothing light about these machines. Absolutely nothing. It's all pretty heavy stuff. There we go. Pin number 2. Hitch pin number 2. Yeah. They don't tell you which end is which. Suka's in that big one down there. This pin comes out, this great big greasable pin here. That's what holds the arm on. I shouldn't do it different than the recommendations, but I'm going to, because they're telling me to put all this together and then put it on. I'm going to put the lower section on, and I might not even get the upper today. Maybe I'm going to have to wait to get a friend to help or something. We should put blocks of wood under these tires too, because I don't want this thing to want to start rolling down the hill on me. And it very well could. I'll be back in a minute here once I figure out what I'm doing. I'm not sure this is going to be the easiest way to do this, but I need you to come over here. Well, yeah. This has to go here. Stand back there, please. Go around so you're not blocking the camera, so people can watch. Hold this so it doesn't pivot on me, and then when I get this lined up, I need you to slide that in, that pin in, right? Slide her in. Boom. First step. So I have to try to lift this boom up now, and this pin has to go in the cylinder to hold it. She's the...
Put the cotter in that one?
Yeah, it's over here. Yeah. You lock this in, and that's a greasable one, which is really nice, by the way. So far, I can say if you're not a bear, don't try this at home. Up she goes. Yeah, you're going to get that other pin. You're going to come through the hole here. The pin in here. It's all right. Huh? I'm gonna put the washer. Where's the washer? Okay. Alrighty. We get this much on. I gotta be careful because it's gonna want to go sideways. Just watch yourself. No, just let it go. Let it go. Nope. No, I thought it was starting to drop. Just my imagination. No, no, it's you can't hold it. Just let it go. There's fluid in the cylinders, I think. I believe they said. Yeah.
And where's that one?
That is a pin.
For that?
I think it's a safety here. It goes through here for transport. Okay. So the boom can't fall. Okay. So I should probably put that back in here now. I'll have to read, but I'm sure that's what that is. So your boom can't go anywhere, right? Curl it in under when you're going to tow it and all that. So, but rugged, rugged, rugged steel plate this thing is made out of. Rugged as anything. Yeah. I'm just going to let it go this way. Yeah, she's rugged stuff, guys. At the price of steel and everything else, you couldn't build this, I don't think, for any cheaper than what it is. It's quite a machine. All right, I'm going to see what the next step is now. All right, so I have this bracket. This goes up underneath from what I can see. And this is what holds, yeah, this is what the direction, your left and right cylinder is going to hook to. So this has to come out. I'm going to have to start getting some tools out now. That's an oil temperature gauge. Is that ever cool? If you're overworking it. What's that you're saying? Anything for that? No, I'm going to have to go get some tools in a minute anyway. See what size these are. 5/8, I think. Look like, and they might be metric, or this thing is from China. BRB, I'll go get some tools. All right, this great big heavy duty bracket has to go up under here. Just crazy how solid some of this stuff is built for this. It really is. For something made in China. Those holes are also threaded. Here's hoping. But the instructions are vague, to say the least. So that's the mount for the cylinder. The left and right, I guess you'd call it, directional. So that's going on next. Okay, time to try to get this directional cylinder in underneath, and then I have to turn the eyelet on the end of it. So get right on the job here, I guess, to do this one. Get right into it. It won't go up that way. It must have to go up through. That's crazy. Can you pull that arm that way a bit? Keep going. Oh, 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 come back some. Will that go in from the top? Yeah, that one will. Bring it back just a bit more. A bit more. Keep going until the pin goes in. Right there. That's it. That's back all the way anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, next is the seat, which is kind of nice. Even got springy things on it. Kind of neat the way they did that. Well, they're saying flat washers too. They're pretty big freaking flat washers. Those are too big for that. That's the little flat washers they gave me. Yeah, they only give you lock washers. They're going to be a 12 mil wrench. I'm going to tighten all these up. I'll be back in a minute. Time for the snaky mess of hoses. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This hose is going to go in there. What a mess of freaking hoses. Holy. There we go. What a mess of hoses. It's kind of funny, it says on the instructions here, setting up the Trencherman. Whatever a Trencherman is. Okay. That's that. Without even reading the directions, I know this hose goes here. That's pretty much a given. That's going on. BRB, got to get something to tighten that to. This is going to be my main pressure line coming off the pump, all right? Yep. That's going to go here. Probably goes on the inside of the other one, I would think. Looks better that way. There we go. All right, she dripped a bit of hydraulic oil. We got that all sealed up. So. Even the welds look pretty good quality in this thing, the way they built it. It looks pretty decently thrown together, it really does. It's too small for that, yeah. All right, I'll be back, more tools. All right, that's on. Make sure it's tight. Yeah, that's good. The main pressure. All right, time to put the coupler on for the hitch. Well, and you guys notice my jammy pant wear today? Loving it. Chillaxing. Loving the JPs. Always do. More. You don't say a word. There's always one Davy Dum Dum per session. Bit of an inside joke. I thought this was locked earlier and something wrong, but it had a bolt in it actually keeping it locked. So Cindy's giggling anyway. Davy Dum Dum for now. Let's see what's next. You know what, guys? This thing's been sitting in the yard here for 2 months in a crate, and I've looked through the manual a couple times, and I told myself the whole time it was sitting here that when I put this together, I'm gonna video it, and I'm gonna resist the urge to just put it together like most men would do, and I'm gonna go by the book. Well, you want to know what I think of this book at this point? That's what I think of that book. Princess Otter, you got a beautiful machine here, but you got to get a Canadian, somebody that can speak English, to translate it proper and to do the proper assembly. That book tells me to put this whole arm assembly together and just put it on. That whole arm assembly probably weighs 400 to 500 pounds. So I'm going to do this my way, okay? They tell you to just put this on, put the sway cylinder, hook it all up, but they don't happen to mention, okay, well, if the cylinder's back, well, then the arm's going to be that way. So I can't move anything until I get the hydraulics all working on this, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook this cylinder, back the sway cylinder. I'm going to pull that arm around straight. I'm going to tilt it out. I'm going to take this pin back out that's holding this cylinder. I'm going to tilt the arm down. I'm going to hook that pin in. Then I'm going to hook the hydraulics all up on this, all the hydraulic lines. Then I'm going to fire this bad boy up. I'm going to run the fluid through it, get everything working on it. So, I've only been at it really about an hour and a half so far, so it's not like I have a whole lot of time in this, and most of it was scratching my head because some of the stuff they say to do, like they tell you to put the hydraulic lines onto the valve body. Well, they're all on there. I'm going to check and make sure they're all tight. They tell me to run A and B through these clips that are down in the arm down here. That's impossible. You can't do that. Just the direction. They're trying to get me to run them. They can't go that way. These two are not going to be restrained by anything. These are just going to go to the first cylinder. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. Go through the clips on this side, but they say it should be like it's just... So I'm going to do it to the best of my knowledge and experience. And you know what? I kind of figured some of this stuff out years ago without manuals. So from this point on, I'm going to finish this project without a book too. Hope you guys are still with me. Unreal. Unreal, unreal. And I read reviews on Princess Auto that people complain the seat's too far back. I'm going to agree with them 100%. That's the first time I've sat on this. That seat should be moved ahead probably a good 3 or 4 inches. I got long arms and I'm probably okay, but it's going to be a stretch after a while. But I'm going to get the hydraulic hoses, run up through. I've got these brackets here. I think you guys can see. Let me bring you a little closer. There's these retainers right here. There's 2 here and 2 up there, up higher in the boom. They're going to be for the longest hoses going to the cylinder, which is basically your clam here to close it. That's the farthest. The other side, the 2 hoses, there's going to be 2A and 2B coming off the valve body here. They're going to this guy, mid-cylinder. So anyways, I'm going to route some of these hoses and all that, get this in place, and then I'll be back in a minute. Well, there you go, guys. As you can see, these lines are all on. This cylinder's hooked up. This cylinder's hooked up. These lines are on. And those are for the boom on the pull the clam in under the bucket. The swing cylinder underneath is hooked up. So now what I have to do, because the swing cylinder's in that position, I'm going to unpin it, take 1 pin of the cylinder, bring this arm around the front here. Then I'm going to have to take the pin out of it. Take the safety pin out first, take the pin out of that cylinder, and then we're going to drop it down and hook it into here. Much easier than trying to lift this to that. It's easier to drop it, I think. So, and I think I'm going to need some help for Cindy on this one. This is going to be a little tougher to do. Well, again, this is my way of doing this, guys. And the best part is I've got the hydraulics hooked up on this cylinder. It's holding it right now. I've already taken the safety pin out, so when I hit on the lever for it to come down, it's going to come down. So I'm going to get this close, and then we're going to put the pin in it. Easy as that, bada boom, bada bing. So what I need you to do is very gently push ahead in that lever just a little bit at a time. That one there, the second one over. Yeah, just push ahead just a little bit. And hold it just for a sec, just a little more. Hold on. Okay, bring it down. A little more. Whoa! That's where you want it.
A little bit?
No, it won't go up now.
No, it won't.
Nope. How was that? Honestly, that was so much easier than the way they tell you to do it. They expect me to assemble this whole boom and then put it on. Sorry guys, that's not the way you're going to do it. That's probably 300 or 400 pounds, just that boom. See those pliers? So that's on. So now I can hook up my last 2 hydraulic hoses. Once I get this cotter pin bent. These are greasable pins too, which is really nice. So now what I either need to do is I can pull the arm out manually by hand and hook the last cylinder pin into here. That's what I might do. Find it? Okay, perfect. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this, and you're going to drop this arm just a bit more again. That's what you're going to have to do.
Just a little bit?
Yeah. Hang on, wait till I get it out here. Okay. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, much?
A little more. Oh, that's it.
Oh.
Just drop it just a tiny bit more. Whoa. Sorry to block the camera, guys. There it is. This thing has quite a reach to it, eh? Had quite a reach to it.
And you did it all yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You put it all together yourself.
I put it all together myself. It's heavy pieces, but you just figure out. I've worked alone for many, many years. And that's one thing you learn pretty quick when you work alone, is how to do stuff when you work alone. You get creative after a while. You have to. So there, isn't that nice? Having that all on. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. How's that look, everybody?
Well, I think you should put her.
That neat? I gotta hook the last two hoses up there now. Time to hook these hoses on here. Well, I've already got gas and oil in this thing. I've got it jacked up to it's sitting pretty well level because the grounder it's on right now is pretty uneven right here. So I've got it sitting level so I can top up the fluids. And now I gotta try to get hydraulic in there without spilling it all over top of the engine, because that's not a good location. I think I'm gonna put some rags on there. But I got a feeling I may spill hydraulic fluid everywhere. What's going on? The fill pipe is kind of interesting the way they put that. These engines are nice because they're a clone of the older Honda that was out for years and years, the old GX series of Honda engines, which proved themselves over the years to people, and then the patents run out on them, and then the companies just start manufacturing them. So let's see if we can do this without making a total mess. Huh? No, I think it's okay. Thank you. I think I can get her. My wonderful assistant Cindy wants to know if I need her help, but as a typical man, I'll do it myself. Thank you, though. Whoops. Now let's see if we can do this. I need you over here to watch for a while. No, for the gauge here. This thing here is a gauge. That fluid's going to go about halfway up on the side.
Halfway?
Yeah. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Yeah, sure. It's going to be a slow process. Holds 14.6 liters is what they say of hydraulic. 32 is what you put in it. She's a thirsty girl. Got a big tank on it.
Oh.
Just starting to see it, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, just came up, yeah.
Supposed to be about halfway up that window.
Yeah. Go a third of the way up now. Oh, you get a leak. Right there.
That's a vent. I think I went over full. Oh man.
Oh, was it only supposed to go
It was supposed to be halfway up to start, but it's going to take it a while to go in there.
Okay.
So I think I overfilled it.
So let's slide into.
Yeah, look how slow the oil's going in. Well, it'll be okay because once I purge some into the cylinders, it's going to take the oil in anyway. Little gauge here right on the side. And I overfilled it. Smart Sparky. It was really slow going in. It's coming right out the vent, so I know it's over full right now. I know it is. So what I'm going to have to do is fire this thing up. Because I don't know that there's a drain. Well, let's see how easy this thing starts. If it will start, and it should. Fuel on. fuel was on. That's off, that's on. Choke is there, run is there, choke. Turtle, rabbit. It's gonna come off of idle. Oh, turn her on over here. Huh?
That filled already.
Oh yeah, the pump's gotta fill all the cylinders up. I'm just gonna see. Let's see what happens. Let's stand on the other side. To stand on it. You stand on that outrigger? I think it's not going to go anywhere now that the boom is up. Oh. I got to hook that other cylinder up. There. That's my swing cylinder I just hooked up. I gotta take this out or I'll cut that pin off. That's a safety pin, so when you move it, transport it, it can't move around on you. So now we're gonna go left and right. Purge the oil out of there. I don't see any leaks so far, it's looking good. Put it right through the window. Now we got to top the oil up. Panic button right here. Well, how's that, guys? She actually works. It functions. Oh, what a beast. Yeah, if you stretch that arm straight out, you have to be some careful. This thing will tip because I don't have the outriggers on it. I've got the transport feet, the legs on it right now. The tires are here. So that's something they don't tell you in the manual either. You got to be some careful. But I don't see any hydraulic leaks anywhere.
That's awesome.
I think everything is good. Valve body looks good. We overfilled it, but now it's got to be topped up more. There's not enough fluid in it now, so that's awesome.
Just gotta go slow.
Yep. And I'm going to put the transport pin in it for now. That way the hydraulics don't have to hold it. And you put this pin in, and you let the hydraulics take it. Let the pin take the load off it.
That's so awesome.
Yep. Let's put it ahead and let the pin take the load. There you go. Can't go any farther. Got that's transport mode there. So it sticks out a long ways in the back when you're transporting this thing. It's a pretty long unit when you think about it. From one end to the other, it's probably 8 or 9 feet long. But there you go, everybody. How's that look? She's all running. And these outriggers normally go out there and they stand up here to transport. You don't leave them there. They're going to go up here off of the front. So I got to top up the hydraulic fluid, and this thing is pretty well done. How cool is that? A total success. Well, there you go. The oil, you can see, is halfway up the window. It's right there. So after running it, isn't that cool? It's a temperature gauge, an old school thermometer built right in there to show you if you're working this thing too hard and getting it too hot. So, and you know, I would think when you get up here, that's kind of the danger zone. So, but look at that. It's supposed to be, after it's been all purged, which I just did, it's supposed to be between the red and the black line here. So it's right in the middle where it should be. And I have no leaks at all. Well, there you go, everybody. I wouldn't say this is something I'd recommend everybody try at home, especially doing solo like I did. But I proved it's possible with no help other than Cindy passing me a few tools and lining up a couple pins. So there's some pretty heavy rigging here, and you know, I'm blown away at the thickness, the overall quality. Like that's 3/16, if not quarter-inch plate right there. That's almost half-inch. Really heavy rigging on this, so it's very, very well made for what it is. At the price of today's material, I was saying to Cindy last night, I don't think you could honestly build this for what you pay to buy it. You couldn't buy the material to build it. The hydraulic system alone, by the time you get the pump, the valve body, all your pistons, all your hoses, cylinders, whatever you want to call them, all your hoses, you'd be a couple $1,000s. I know you would. That valve body would be $800 or $1,000. It'd have to be. It's a 4-way valve body, right? The steel to build this, the frame, the engine to be $300, $250. I know it's a Chinese clone, but it's still a really good working engine. And again, I'm so fortunate, so grateful to have this thing, because this is going to be a total game changer over there at the cabin. I've moved so much soil in the past with a pick and a shovel, and you know, time has come. I guess I deserve to have some luxuries in life, and this is definitely going to be one of them. So it's been all purged out again. The oil level's fine. This thing's been tested. It's been awesome having you guys along for the trip, and you know what, if you want to kind of subscribe to this channel, I'm going to start digging some holes to this bad boy real soon, maybe even this weekend. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to pull it over this weekend, but how could you not, right? Got it. I kind of want to work this thing, so I will talk to you guys very soon. Like and subscribe, share the video, please. So nice to have you here, and so wonderful to have this done. Live simply, remain grateful. Thank you.